How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and welcome back to part 20 of Marriland's Hammerlocke Challenge. Wait, what? No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna be visiting Hammerlocke today, which has nothing to do with the Nuzlocke Challenge, but I figured I'd make a little joke there. Anyway, Hammerlocke, it's a really cool, fancy town. It looks like a castle, kinda. It has very strong castle aesthetics, which is very fitting. You know, you think of the Galar region, which is of course based on Great Britain, and you think castles, of course. So yeah, here we go. But anyway, after that nice little scene there, we'll be free to explore. Now, this is a pretty big city. I wouldn't say it's quite as big as Motostoke, but there's a lot to do in it. I'm gonna guide you through the stuff you gotta do first, and then we'll move on to the stuff that you can do. So let's just try to get through this part, and then we'll see what's going on in town, all the things to check out. Mr. Chairman, I've been collecting both wishing stars and gym badges as fast as I can. Good work, Bede. I'm glad you haven't forgotten that it was the chairman who endorsed you. If I gather enough wishing stars, that'll help solve the problem that's been bothering you. Right, Mr. Chairman? Oh, it's not just about me. It's for the future of the whole Galar region. And we'll need more than just wishing stars. We'll need a powerful Pokemon trainer, too. Someone like the champion. With all due respect, sir, I was able to show Hop, one of the champion-endorsed trainers, just how outclassed he was. I'm sure I'll be able to defeat the champion. No, I will defeat the champion. That's the spirit. It takes healthy competition to really keep the gym challenge energized. Challenger Bede, there is something I wish to discuss with you. Do you have a moment? I hope you were listening, Marriland. As you know, wishing stars are those mysterious stones that are even attached to your Dynamax bands. There's more to wishing stars than just making your Pokemon into giants, though. They hold far more energy than that. If you're curious, you should head to the stadium. In fact, we should head inside right away. I'll even give you a little lesson on how the Galar region gets its energy. Well, cool! I like lessons. So yeah, like I said, we'll check out the rest of Hammerlocke in a moment. There's not actually all that much you need to do, but it's definitely pretty overwhelming if you try to do everything. So we'll try to get this stuff out of the way first. Hammerlocke Stadium doubles as an energy plant. Now, have a look at my tablet. I've got all the information you need on it. Nice, little diagram. See? An easy to understand description of the energy plant. First, energy is absorbed from Hammerlocke Stadium's tower. Then it's changed into electricity in the underground power plant and delivered to people throughout the region. Well, that's nice. Our lives in society require various types of energy sources, such as electricity, natural gas, and water. My associate groups aim to improve everyone's lives by harnessing the power stored in wishing stars. Oh, it's time for me to get to work. I should get a move on before Oleana decides to give me another earful. Marriland, I suggest you head over to the vault next. Just head toward Route 6 from the stadium and you should find the vault without any issues. Well, splendid. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. I'll check everything out here in just a moment. Don't worry, we'll get back to it, but I just want to make sure if you're playing along, you can, get through all the important stuff you need to. So you just gotta go over this way. This is the way to Route 6. Over to the west. You'll run into Leon. Marriland, seems you're doing well collecting gym badges. But Hop, did something happen with him? He was acting really odd when I ran into him. He took one look at me and immediately was like, "I'm so sorry, Lee." It might be the first time I've heard him apologize for anything, and I've no idea what it was for. Maybe he's feeling down because he's had some hard losses in battle. He lost to that challenger, Bede. When you lose, you feel down in the dumps. But then there's nowhere left to go but back up. You've got to think on why it was you lost, though. You know, that little brother of mine. I think he might yet become a surprisingly great trainer. Blast, and look at the time! Nearly forgot my meeting with the chairman. That Oleana really lets me hear it when I'm late. Now, if only I could remember which way to go. Hey, where's that Charizard of yours? Anyway, I'd say that you should go and say hello to Raihan while you're here, Marriland. He's the greatest rival I've got and the final hurdle you'll have to face in the gym challenge. You should still be around the vault if you hurry. It's down that way, on the way to Route 6. Wait, no, you're going the wrong way. I mean, that's the way to the vault, but the chairman's over there. Oh, poor Leon. He is directionally challenged, I'd say. Some people are, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. I personally have been blessed with a pretty good sense of direction, all things considered. But yeah. Oh, wait. Am I missing the vault? No, I think the vault is over here. Ah, yes. The vault. And it's Raihan. Oh, if it isn't the trainer endorsed by the champion. Let's see. What was your name again? Ah, right, Marriland. And if Leon himself recognized your potential, then I guess you'll grow into quite the trainer. All the same, though, anyone wanting to challenge the mighty Raihan has to prove they're up to it by earning 7 gym badges first. I already knew that. I'm here to visit the vault. Ah, so you're here to see our treasures, are you? Gaining a better understanding of Pokemon by studying history certainly isn't a bad idea. I like your spirit, kid. Follow me, why don't you? But can I get a selfie? Oh. I'll even spare you one of my lead cards. I mean, I guess this is the next best thing. Raihan's lead card, nice. Now on you go. If it's the vault you want, it's up those stairs there. Wonderful. Hello. You need permission if you want to enter the vault. I don't know, I find him just really interesting sitting on the couch like that. All right, so let's go up this vault here. Or up the stairs to the vault. Now, I of course want to show you where to get everything, but like while you're over here, be absolutely sure to pick up TM29 Charm. This is actually a pretty helpful status move. One of my favorite attacks, to be perfectly honest. It harshly lowers the target's attack stat. So that's actually really nice because it is effectively something that will have their attack the first time you use it. It lowers it by 2 stages. I love this move. It's a really good move. It can really cripple the enemy that you're fighting, especially if they're, well, definitely if they're a physical attacker. It doesn't really matter if they're only using special-based moves, but yeah. All right, anyway, it's a familiar face. Oh, you're here. Brilliant, aren't they? It's great that there are still treasured tapestries that can tell us of Galar's history. The 2 youths watching a wishing star. A disaster occurs. The 2 bewildered youths. The youths looking on at the sword and shield that stopped the disaster. The youths being crowned. These tapestries tell the story of the creation of a kingdom in the Galar. Say, young gym challenger, what sticks out to you most about them? There's 2 heroes or the darkest day? I think if you, depending on what you say, she does give you a little bit of different plot. Maybe? I don't know. Bang on! That statue at the hotel in Motostoke only had 1 hero, no matter how you slice it. But here, we clearly have 2 youths. Was there really only 1 hero, or were there 2? And what even caused the darkest day? Thanks for letting me bounce some ideas off you. I think I've got some theories now. I'm going to research the tapestries a tad more, but you have your gym challenge, right? I'm cheering for you, so take a couple of these. I hope to see more of your wins. Hey, 2 revives, thank you. Always nice to have a good stockpile of those. All right, yeah, that's everything you actually need to do in Hammerlocke, which is nice. As you can see, it doesn't really take much time. All you gotta do from here is, well, I guess we have to say bye to Raihan. The tapestries in the vault depict the heroes of the Galar region's past. I suppose if we've got any modern hero, it'd have to be our champion, Leon. Listen up, Marriland. Your goal is to defeat that superstar Leon. So go conquer Route 6 and train yourself up along the way to Stowonside. Sounds good, buddy. Alright, let's get out of here and do that. So Route 6 is right over here. Hello. Hi. Oh, are you headed to Stowonside, Gym Challenger? Everyone knows that Route 6 leads onto that good old town. Yep. And you can find it right over here. Right along that way. And there you go, you're on to Route 6. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. All right, and I am at the beginning. So yeah, it's probably easiest to think of Hammerlocke here as 3 separate areas. There's the western part, which is what you see if you keep going west. That's where I just was. There's the central part, which is right over here where I am. And then there's the eastern part of town. It's not actually like different loading zones or anything like that. It's all pretty easy to navigate. But just as far as like keeping you kind of in check as where you are, it's best just to remember it that way. Okay, so anyway, the Pokemon Center here, it has a few items you can buy. Dusk Balls and Timer Balls, these are both very good to have, although you can buy them inside of the wild area for Watts. You might not have a lot of Watts just yet, so this isn't a bad place to get some. They're a little on the pricey side though. However, Timer Balls are really good if you are in a difficult fight. One that takes a lot of time to catch the Pokemon, weaken it, you know. So I recommend having 10 of these, just so you have them. Dusk Balls are also very nice at night. You can buy X Speeds, X Accuracies, Guard Specs, and Dire Hits. X Speeds raise your speed by 2 stages, which is amazing. It's just in one battle, but yeah, X Accuracies are similar, except it's for your accuracy. Guard Spec prevents you from having your stats lowered by the enemy for the next few turns. It's like the move Mist, I believe? Yeah, Mist. And then Dire Hit. This is very handy, especially if you're having difficulty getting your Farfetch to evolve. You can use this and it will sharply raise the critical hit chance of the Pokemon. So that actually ups it to 50% if it's +2 stages. If you use a move that has a higher critical hit chance, or if you have some other effect that raises it, it'll be 100%. So Dire Hits are very good. They also will get around any stat increases that the opponent has when you land a critical hit, which is rather nice. So this lady here, she may kind of be out of place because you're not really going to be able to do much with her just yet. She's the BP shop, or at least one of the BP shops. So BP stands for Battle Points. It's another type of currency that you earn way later on in the game, like basically after you've beaten the game. However, sometimes over Mystery Gift, or by participating in some of the battle competitions, you might end up earning some battle points even before that point in the game. So right now, there's not really anything I can do to earn these, but if, after I've beaten the game, or if I do check Mystery Gift, or if I'm participating in any battle competitions, I could make use of buying the items here. So there are some very useful items here that I should talk about. There's the set of power items, as they're often called. These are very helpful for EV training. Definitely recommend checking out the EV training guide over on my website for a full explanation of that. But they're very helpful. You can get them here for 10 BP. Even if you can't buy them just yet, make sure you remember where they are, because this is where they are. Very helpful. The Macho Brace is similar to these, except it will double the amount of EVs you get for each battle. And again, when I say EV, I mean effort value, not the Pokemon EV. It is also referred to as base points officially, but no one really calls it that. The Destiny Knot, this is another very good item to have for breeding. I happen to have 2 because of the Delibird event. However, you will be hard-pressed to find these outside of that, so you'll want this for breeding. It's very helpful. I think explaining it here goes a little beyond the scope of this video, but if you know about Pokemon breeding and passing down IVs, this will be what you want to have. So there's some evolutionary items here. Razor Claw, which also boosts critical hit chance, by the way. So you could put this on something and use a dire hit and get a critical hit every time. Protector, Reaper Cloth, Whip Dream, Sachet. These are used for evolving Pokemon by trades. Actually, I think Razor Claw is not by trade. I think it's just, yeah. But anyway, that's for Weavile. Sneasel and a Weavile. But you probably won't be able to get these just yet. Just remember they're here, all right? That's what's most important. There's also vitamins that you can buy for just 2 BP, so it's not a bad deal once you start doing some of the Battle Towers stuff. So I guess keep that in mind. All right, anyway, that is the Pokemon Center. So there's a house right over here that you might want to check out. It has this guy. Hiya! They call me Mr. Focus. I'm so focused and super strong. Are you up to a challenge? Yeah, let's go. Hiya! You have good focus. See the power of Mr. Focus. Focus Pocus, here we go. Black Belt Brian. And he's got a Cottony. All right, well, how strong is this thing? It is level 2. That is not a glitch. It is indeed a level 2. What? Uh-oh. It survived. It has a focus sash. And it will hit you with Endeavor and probably scare the living daylights out of you. Yeah, that's the old fear strategy, as they call it. And it basically involves using Focus Sash, Endeavor, Quick Attack, and yeah, that's the game for you. All right, let's see. So I don't think it has any priority move, which is a good thing. Otherwise, I have Aqua Jet for that. Oftentimes, you'll use something like Quick Attack to just do 1 damage. So, like in my case, if I use that strategy, it would work pretty well. Wow. My Raboot gained a level from 1 experience point. That is something. I can't believe I was 1 experience point away. That is so sad. You won the Battle of Focus. So yeah, not really a tough fight, just a little scary. Yeah, were you a bit surprised? There's so many ways to battle, right? Okay, I'll pass this Focus Sash on to you because you were so focused. Yeah, so you'll get the Focus Sash for that. Now, what the Focus Sash does, as you saw there, I mean, that was a perfect example of it. If your Pokemon holding the Focus Sash, if it were to be knocked out in 1 hit by a damaging move, then it will hang on with 1 hit point. It does consume the item though, so I don't recommend putting it on anything on your team while you're going through the game. That's a bad idea, generally speaking, because then you have to, well, I think you have to buy these later on for BP after you've beaten the game. They're not easy to come by. However, if you are into competitive battles, or even just battling with your friends, you can use the Focus Sash, and that works great, because, you know, after the fight is over, you get all of your stuff back. So hold on to it for those battles. Trust me, you will thank me for that. It's a great item, but yeah, it is consumable, so that's a bit of a problem. All right, so there's a few more things to do over here. Let's stop by the stadium over here, because there was a certain someone that I didn't talk to earlier. Hey there, thanks for rolling by to have a chat with your mate, the ball guy. It looks like you managed to level up your team quite a bit. Well, guess what? I've got the perfect Pokeball to celebrate the occasion. It'll give you a level ball. Hey, thanks. Level with me, pal. A level ball is perfect for high-level teams. The higher your Pokemon's level is compared to the opposing wild Pokemon, the easier it will be to catch it. Pokeballs are just full of surprises, don't you think? As with all the types of Pokeballs you get from them, you might want to save those rather than use them for their intended purpose, because they are quite difficult to get. And a lot of collectors, they like to have Pokemon that they're breeding in certain types of Pokeballs, so you might want to keep that in mind. But if you don't care, you can just use it, and it's alright. I think it's over here. You want to know if your Pokemon have really been giving it their best effort. Yes. Alright, so have my Pokemon been giving it their best effort? That Pokemon, yeah, it looks like it can still give a bit more. So you want to talk to her after you have quote-unquote EV trained, effort value trained, your Pokemon. After their base points, aka effort values, have been maxed out, you can talk to her and she will give your Pokemon a ribbon. Now, mine have not been maxed out yet, but that is something that she would be able to do. So yeah, keep that in mind for later. But you do want to talk to this girl here. You and your Pokemon have the potential to become great friends. If you have your Pokemon hold this item, your friendship may grow even stronger. So she'll give you the Soothe Bell, which increases the rate that your Pokemon gain friendship or happiness. So you hold this on the Pokemon and it raises it as they gain it, which is good. And that's mainly used now just for, like, happiness evolutions. So there's no return or frustration in this game. So you don't need it for that. But it is rather helpful for Pokemon that evolve by happiness, which is good. And also, it does take less time now, less happiness points for them to evolve, which is very nice. So that's a good thing. You can use that. You can feed them some curry, play with them in the Pokemon camp. These are good ways to raise their friendship, which is good. Would you like me to see if your Pokemon are feeling friendly towards you? So yeah, this person here will check your Pokemon's happiness, their friendship stat. And let's see, you and your Raboot, it seems like you're pretty good friends. Still, I bet you could come even closer. Yeah, probably. So there's only a certain point that friendship can go up to, just normally. And this is kind of important. If you're familiar with Gen 6 and Gen 7, it used to be that there was a separate friendship stat and then affection stat. Like with the hearts, you play with them in Pokemon Ami or Pokemon Refresh to get the hearts. These have been consolidated into just one stat. So unless you are actively playing with your Pokemon in Pokemon Camp, you won't actually increase it to the point where you get any major benefits from it, like the extra experience, the sometimes landing extra critical hits, the sometimes surviving attacks or shaking off status conditions. These are only unlocked via Pokemon Camp, basically, because there is a hard limit to happiness. Now, you'll still have enough happiness to have it so your Pokemon can evolve. That's fine. But it won't really get in the way of, you know, those of you who don't like that overpowered effect. Because sometimes it can be pretty overpowered. It's fine, though. It's fun. But just keep that in mind. They are combined into one stat now. All right, here we go. It's time for the boutique. There are quite a few items to buy in here. So I'm going to go through and just kind of show you what is available. And you can make your decision if you want to buy it. Looks like they have a lot of sweatshirts. All right, well, I've gone ahead and updated my look. I kind of like this this water look. So I got the bucket hat and I got a new backpack, which is kind of nice because I happen to know the area I'm going to. It's a little on the hot side, so I don't really want a sweatshirt or anything. We'll probably mix it up later. And I just want to give the bucket hat a try. All right, so over here we have the cafe, the Battle Cafe. Oh my gosh, look at this Clefairy. Hi. All right, so this one might be a little tricky, actually. You gotta watch out because it can catch you off guard pretty easily just due to the high levels. So I'm actually going to switch out for some of my stronger Pokemon here. It is a double battle, so keep that in mind. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and battle. All right, Cafe Master Bernard. And he has a Slurpuff and an Alchemy. Yeah, look at those two sweet treats. But as I said, they can catch you off guard. They're both level 37, which is quite high of a level at this point in the game. So, yeah, I'd be very careful. when dealing with them. I guess we'll try to take this alchemy out first. Like, they are certainly defeatable. It's not a challenge that you can't overcome, but it is just something that you gotta watch out for because they can take quite a few hits and they can definitely give them back too. Ow. Oh no. Uh-oh. Yikes. Yeah, this is a little scary. Hopefully this will be enough to take out the alchemy. I don't know if my rabbit's going to survive though. Alright, well that was enough to take down alchemy. That's good. I guess it was because of Blaze that activated. Increases the power. The other nice thing is you do get a lot of experience from this fight, which is very nice, because again, the Pokemon are at higher levels than you are. Hey, thanks for hitting Roserade. Okay, we should be able to take this thing out. Actually, I'm just gonna use Petal Dance. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't remember if that's gonna hit Raboot. Okay. Almost through this fight. There we go. Yeah, definitely a little bit on the trickier side at the point in the game where you get here, but it does have good rewards, which is nice, and of course you could get a different item from beating the Battle Cafe. Because you'll get various things. It's random each day. And saving beforehand is not only an experience candy ass. Come on now! What is that? Okay, well, whatever. There's also a salon here, which you can use to get your hair or makeup done, which is kind of nice. All right, so over here, there is a item right here. 2 hyper potions for you. Always good to have. These, I guess these are the first time I've gotten hyper potions. They raise your HP by 120. It's not 200 like in the old games, but 120 is still really good. So that's rather nice. Okay, so over here, there is another Pokemon Center for you. And this one should not be confused with the one in the center part of town. It does have another clerk here that sells technical machines. There's actually quite a few decent ones, one of which is Thief, which is a nice solid 60 power move, and it steals items. You can also get the various weather condition moves, which is a good idea, especially because I believe we'll be getting something for these later. I mean, you don't need them. They're not like the best, but they're not also that expensive too. So pick up whatever you need. Brine isn't bad too, just for a nice water type move that's reusable. Bullet Seed's kind of a gamble. I guess Sunny Day, maybe. I don't know, I'll pick it up. And I don't really think I need Bullet Seed for anything. These are a little on the weaker side, these two. Bullet Seed's okay, but it's unreliable unless you have something with Skill Link. I believe that's everything over here. I mean, there's some NPCs you can talk to, right? Yeah, we need to go to Stolen Side. Okay, so right next to the Pokemon Center, there are 2 X attacks that you can pick up. They're hidden, so you gotta watch for that little sparkle. Then there's a little courtyard over here with some benches. Oh yeah, nice good old benches. But behind the bench, there's a muscle band. And this muscle band is rather useful. It's an item that increases the power of the holder's physical-based moves, which is rather nice. It's only by, I believe, 10%, so it's not a lot. It's just very minor, but it is good if you don't really know what you want to give a Pokemon, and it happens to have a lot of physical-based moves. Well, hey, why not? I guess I'll give it to my Boltund, at least for right now. Do I have, like, a magnet? I do have a magnet. You know what? Maybe I should be giving you the magnet instead. Like, it's not the best thing by any means. The Expert Belt is usually going to be better because it's 20% for super effective moves, which is nice. But, yeah, you know, it's alright still. Okay, anyway, I guess I won't give it to anyone for right now. Well, actually, wait, hold on a second. I do have this Barraskewda that could probably benefit from it. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so, there is this lady in the corner here saying, Toxel are so cool. I really, really want one. If you got a Toxel, would you please trade it for my Togepi? Well, that's not actually that bad of a deal. Togepi are a little hard to get, and we did get a Toxel earlier on. Now, this Toxel was the one that I got from the daycare, the nursery as it's called now, over on Route 5. It's only level 1, which, you know, that may be fine, but the thing is, you can catch Toxel before long. It's not really like they're that hard to get at this point, so if you haven't been using your Toxel and you want to get a Togepi, you can go ahead and trade it. Like, again, it's not like it's that hard to get. At least now you can actually get its fully evolved form later on too, so yeah. So cool. So you're really going to trade me that Toxel? Sure, why not? I want a Togepi. Alright, well here, take my Toxel, Holly. Yeah, Togepi is a fairy type now, just in case you hadn't kept up with the updates. It's called Snips. Okay, thanks. And, yeah, fairy type. It evolves by happiness, so this would be a good thing to put the Soothe Bell on. The shell seems to be filled with joy. It is said that it will share good luck when treated kindly. Hooray, a Toxel, just like I've always wanted. I promise to take good care of it. Yeah, and after you evolve it by happiness, which you need to have its happiness raised a fair amount. It doesn't need to be max, but it needs to be as max as it can get. Oh, it has a nice nature too. I think this is fixed, and it does have Serene Grace, which is a great ability for it. Doubles the chance of random effects happening, like Ancient Power, which is usually a 10% chance of raising all of its stats by one stage. It turns into a 20% chance, which is pretty nice. So yeah, after you evolve it into Togetic, you can evolve it into Togekiss by using a shiny stone on it, which is the same thing that I gave my Roserade, well, my Roselia to evolve it, which I do recommend doing right away, because Togetic, not really the best, very defensive, whereas Togekiss, it's quite strong, actually. It's a pretty good Pokemon. So you can get that without too much effort, thankfully. Okay, anyway, let's see. There is a little area over here you can check out, kind of leading you to this man. Moves that only select Pokemon can learn. They are called Battle Combo moves. Do you want your Pokemon to learn one of them? So these are moves that your starter Pokemon can learn. And they are, as he said, battle combo moves. So you can use these, and if you have two of them used on your team in the same turn in a battle, it has like a really cool combo effect. You're probably never gonna see that because you'd have to have two different starter Pokemon in order to do so. It's really only if you're doing double battles with other players. And even then, I guess now they're not really used. They were used a bit in Gen 6, but I don't know. But anyway, they all have 80 power, which is kind of nice. 80 power, special based. So even though Raboot, not much of a special attacker, there's really no reason for me to have Ember over Fire Pledge, which, you know, I will teach here. The other moves are Grass Pledge and Water Pledge. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get rid of Ember. It's not really that great, but it's free, and free is nice. Free is definitely good. All right, so I believe there's this guy here. Psst, hey, you heard the rumor? I have. I haven't. What? You haven't heard? There's a rumor that if you give the one you like an Applin, you'll be together forever. Actually, the truth is, there's someone I like. She's gonna move overseas pretty soon. I've been searching for an Applin so I can get my feelings across the right way, but I can't find one. If you've got an Applin, would you please give it to me? All right, here, you can have my Applin. Wow, I did it! I finally got an Applin! Thank you so much! Since you went through the trouble of giving me an Applin, I've got to tell her how I feel. Sorry I'm late. What was it that you needed to talk about so suddenly? How's your packing going? Pretty much everything's been packed. Since I'm moving away tomorrow. Yeah. Hey, check out this Pokemon! Oh, an Applin, amazing! Did you catch it? Well, no, someone gave it to me. I'm sorry, I really wanted to give you an Applin that I caught on my own, but, well, just forget it, I can't give you this Applin. You're right, I can't take it. Yeah. Even if we're separated and far away from each other, I'll still be waiting for an Applin you caught yourself. Wait, do you mean... I'll see you later. Aww. The Applin of his eye. Say, what do you think that was about just now? Do you think that it meant that... Good on you, buddy! Thank you? Wait, does that mean what I think it means? Really? Really? I can't believe it. Woohoo! Ah, sorry, I just never thought that we both felt the same way. Right, well, I'd better give this Pokemon back to you. You got back your Applin. Here, take this too. Think of it as a reward for helping me take that first step. Yeah, so it's a tart apple. Although, if you're playing Pokemon Shield, you'll receive the sweet apple instead. This is the item that you can use to evolve your Applin into its evolution. A peculiar apple that can make a certain species of Pokemon evolve. It's exceptionally tart. I'm gonna catch an Applin all by myself, and then someday I'm gonna go give her that Applin. Yeah, I better get searching for an Applin. Thanks again, mate. See ya! Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that. So again, this is only in Pokemon Sword. In Pokemon Shield, you'll have the sweet apple instead. So yeah, I need to get that thing for my party. It's also nice that it doesn't consume your Applin, which is actually a really funny thing to say. Consume your Applin. All right, yeah, I just have the one. Okay, so let's just go ahead and use it. Oops, use this apple on the Applin. You can get more of these, but they're only on Axew's Eye in the wild area, so yeah. And again, you can't get tart apples normally in Pokemon Shield, and you can't get sweet apples normally in Pokemon Sword. You'd have to trade with another version to get those apples. And you're gonna want to use it if you are using Applin, like, right away, because Applin is really bad. It doesn't learn anything. It's not good. But yeah, here's Flapple! It broke out of its apple. The other one's really funny, too. I won't show it, though. I'll leave it for you to discover. It ate a sour apple that induced its evolution. In its cheeks, it stores an acid capable of causing chemical burns. Yeah, Grass Dragon type. Kind of cool. Learn Wing Attack. It's kind of neat, I guess. I'm not going to be using it, but just thought it'd be kind of fun to see it in action. Yeah. Anyway, that's Applin for you. Let me go ahead and put my Barraskewda back, which I don't know if I want to keep, but we'll keep you around for now. I might do some rearranging of my team, too. I'm looking for other ideas. But does it end there? No, it does not end there. There's still so much more to see in town over on the east side of town. So let's head on back to the center part, and then instead of going west, like, oops, I just hit that pole. I'm a terrible driver. All right, instead of going west, we're gonna go east over here. There's not actually much you can do over here for the moment, but there's a few things. So up here, actually, wait a second. There's these houses that just kind of blend into the background. I don't think it's this one. Yeah, it's not this. He just kind of tells you about the person in the Pokemon Center that will delete and remember moves. It's this fellow here. You're going to want to come back here a few times. Oh, why hello there, young man. Are you interested in weather? Yes. Oh, is that so? Well then, let me get started. If the sunlight is harsh during battle, fire-type moves become more powerful, while water-type moves are weakened. The sunlight will thaw out any frozen Pokemon, and they'll be immune to being frozen while the weather lasts too. Moves that use light, like Solar Beam, can be performed in one turn. The effects of some other moves also get enhanced, like those of Growth and Synthesis. Certain moves, like Thunder or Hurricane, become less accurate. Thanks for listening so politely. Please, take this. So in this case, I got a Heat Rock. He will give you different rocks each day. These increase the duration of different weather conditions, whether you use them by the moves or the effects. So it increases it from 5 turns to 8 turns. Very nice. He also does give a pretty good explanation of the weather condition, like the different accuracy effects, the charging up growth, and making it so moves can be used in one turn. Like, I feel like they actually did a pretty good job, which is good. All right, so anyway, up here, there's just a nice little courtyard area thing, but there is Strawberry Sweet. This is good if you have Milcery and you want to evolve it. Now, you can get sweets like these kind of sweets. You can get those over in the battle cafes across the Galar region, but you might not get them each day. It's not a guarantee. So this one you will always get. So if you really want an alchemy and you haven't been lucky fighting each day in the battle cafe, this will at least get you started with a Strawberry Sweet one. All right, so, and again, you have to have it hold the item and then spin around like this a varying amount of time, and also depending on what time of day and whether it's clockwise or counterclockwise will determine what it evolves into, which is pretty nuts. All right, so anyway, there is a rare candy hidden over here. Certainly worth picking up, and I think we can talk to this girl here. Hello there, you look like someone I might trust. You see, there's someone I fancy, and I've written him a love letter. Do you think you might deliver it for me? Of course. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad I found someone like you to help me. My name is Paula. Here you go. Or here you are. This is the letter I want you to deliver. It's an old letter. A letter entrusted to you by a girl to be delivered to a boy. Strangely, it looks old to you. Deliver it to Frank for me, won't you? Frank and Ballinley. That's who you want. All right, so we need to track down this Frank fella, and he's all the way over in Ballinley, which we won't actually visit for a little while, but you definitely want to talk to her so you have that item. There's also a pair of Wise glasses over here. It's very much like the Muscle Band, except it boosts the power of special base moves by a flat 10%, regardless of if it's super effective or not. Certainly a nice Pokemon to give to special attackers with a lot of moves, especially ones that have a lot of the same type, because otherwise the Expert Belt will probably be better. Honestly, it'd be better if I had, like, something to increase my Roserade's grass-type moves, the Miracle Seed, but I don't have that right now, which is fine. Alright, so yeah, those are the items over there. If you go down here, you'll find there's a train station. And yeah, you can go inside. I don't think there's actually anything useful over here, though. You can buy items, you can restock on your beverages, which is kind of nice. You weren't thirsty anyway. There's a P-Dove there. I hope my friend gets here soon. I think P-Dove is aiming for my food. Yikes. Yeah, again, I don't really understand the point of the train stations when you can just fly anywhere. There's a little bit more to Hammerlocke, however, it's being blocked by who else? Team Yell. Can't you see we're practicing our cheers here? M-A-R-N-I-E! That's how we spell victory! I also really like that Linoon just standing up on its hind legs like that. It looks really funny. Alright, so I believe that covers everything we can do in Hammerlocke for the time being. There's, of course, a little bit more to it on the eastern side. We're not going to be able to visit that yet. We need to go on over to Route 6 to see what is in store over there. You're also going to want to make sure you're healed. I don't remember if you get a free healing, but you just want to make sure you're all healed up and prepared for a fight, because there is a fight up ahead. But we'll check that out next time. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my YouTube channel, and turn on notifications to get updated. Be sure to check out my website for more Pokemon Sword and Shield coverage, including a full mobile-friendly Pokédex, a powerful team builder, and a written walkthrough. See you next time!